Alrighty, guys. We will start with Steve Hellwagon, straight in the back.
Way in the back. Lincoln Keenholz has thrown 8 passes. Are you convinced he's ready? What do you guys do to keep him ready? And at the end of a game, can you make him throw something?
Yeah, we were trying to get him in the game here. We wanted to get a stop and then get out there and get him some reps. I thought obviously the one rep he had, he did a great job with. But we're working him every day in practice and we're getting him ready best we can. And when the situation arises, we'd love to get him in the game.
Go to Stefan right over here to the right.
Talking yesterday about some of the running backs, just how young they are and the experience they're gaining. We talked about Bo and the injury he had, and how much kind of catching up did he have to do early on, and when did you kind of really start to get the sense that he's got a chance to impact as a freshman? Because I know you said in the spring in practice it's kind of hard to tell sometimes.
I think we really started to figure that out in the first few games. As we started to get on the field and you saw him, split a couple runs, and we saw it in practice and saw what he could do. And, we felt like his athleticism and what he could do when he was a young player, in our camp, we saw, him run routes. We saw him, catch the ball. We saw him just, run. I think that we had really good times on him. And he came from a great program. And so, we felt really good about him. And then he wasn't able to play as much as senior year and played some, but so once he got in here, it was good to get him in here early, to get him indoctrinated and everything. And then we kind of say by the time you get to the summer, you're not a freshman anymore. And then from there, it's kind of just growing every week. But it's been good to see him, grow each week, get stronger each week, get more and more confidence. So now is we really need him to turn it on.
Rare November home night game. You guys excited about playing this one?
Yeah. Anytime it's a night game, it's exciting, and I think we have some good recruits in, so which is great. Should have a great crowd. We've had great crowds this year, and so it should be a great atmosphere. Yeah, we're certainly looking forward to it.
Yesterday when we were talking about you more, you mentioned that it's good when you're not noticing what's happening. Defensively, it feels like similar things can be said about the cornerback. And I know Jermaine's a guy who's had some big plays too, only been targeted 24 times. You get the feeling that he's really kind of taking away his matchup in the games, and you don't notice him because he's just kind of taking away his guy.
Well, if you don't notice him, just listen for a little while in the field. You'll hear him. He's a guy that certainly brings a certain level of energy to the table every day. He's a competitor. He's playing well. He's played some corner. He's played some nickel this year and had the big pick last week, which was great. He's playing good football, and he's obviously very confident. But somebody that just, it's just the way he is. He brings that to the field every day when he comes out here. He's consistent with his energy. So, he's a guy that we all look to for that juice every day, and he certainly brings it on game day as well. And I think now that he's consistently playing over a full season and a body of work, he's coming out here and expecting to have success every time he does.
And right next to him,
Julian's life has changed a lot in the last 3 months.
Yeah.
The anonymous family. It'd be a big deal being an Ohio State player.
Yeah.
How have you seen him change or not change? How's he handled this notoriety?
I think I mentioned this before when Julian got here. I felt like Julian and his family always just had the mindset that this was going to happen for them and him. And, spending time with mom and sister and just early on, they got him set up and felt like, he was somebody that, has friends and has a social, presence, but not really much, a little bit here and there, but really wanted to make sure that he set him up where he was, in a place where, he could kind of, be by himself. And I think that because of all that, now that this has all happened to him fast, it's been easy for him to deal with that. Billy does a great job talking to him. I've had conversations with him about on the front end of what this could be and now what it is. And I've seen him be consistent. I think he, shows that same demeanor that you see on the field, off the field, and he's got a great support system in place. So, excited to see him now, finish off the season the right way and stay focused.
do two more. Austin?
Ryan, you were talking about the execution on the red zone play with Lincoln yesterday. CJ had the lead block there.
wondering if there's any possibility that he was a great lead blocker. If he could do some fullback stuff from you. It hasn't felt like the Nate Roberts stuff has been perfect. Not a coach, but could CJ do some of that for you down the road?
Yeah, I think he could. Some of those collisions are heavy collisions. But I do think, some of the stuff that we've done with Max, if you saw some of the stuff where he's kind of inserting in there, they're not as direct hits. I think that he could do that. But, you saw CJ do a little bit of that. He has a little bit of a background in that anyway. So, we're pretty healthy in the tight end room just in terms of depth. So we haven't gone down that road. However, we have talked about that many times, and we've actually drilled some of those things for CJ, if those situations come up. So it's good to have versatile guys like that who are big and strong.
Last question, Tim May.
Yeah, Ryan, let's not backload the commission chair for the college football playoff committee. Basically intimated there's definitely a debate between Indiana, Texas A&M, and run them down the board. But when it comes to Ohio State, y'all were considered a cut above. You see the complete offensive and defensive line playing extremely well. Your skill guys, down the line, yada, yada, yada. What do you see when you look at this team right now, going into Saturday, and what can you see can be better?
Well, the first thing is that everybody has to understand, players, coaches, everybody, how exact, how on point we have to be. And that's every week. And the teams that we're playing now and the teams that we're playing in the future, well, we got to be good. And that's going to take great energy. It's going to take great finish. It's going to take great focus. I mean, it's going to take everything we got to get there. And so it's one thing to say, okay, we've done X, Y, and Z up until this point, but that means absolutely nothing, like zero. We've done nothing. So I understand everyone's got to talk about those things, but none of that has anything to do with what we're doing moving forward. So if we think that has anything to do with this weekend or where we're going, then we're dead wrong. So, we have to make sure we all understand that. And it's my job to make sure I remind the team, the players and coaches included, how good we got to be. And so that's really more the message than anything. I think, the good news is we have a chance, and that's good. And we said this from the beginning, we want to be the first team ever to be back to back. And that's a tall task. It's easy to say, it's another thing to do. And so, we're in the middle of it right now, but got a lot of work to do, and we got to continue to stay focused on what matters. Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks, Ryan.
Good.
Okay, we got a bunch of running backs coming. They are walking.
Bull, I'll grab you right here on the 20. Isaiah, the 10, whoever you want to do it. Guys, just talk into the mics if you don't mind.
Oh, we haven't got to talk to you since you blossomed. What have the last many weeks been like for you? I mean, getting into running things, so to speak.
Oh yeah, it's been very fun. Just being able to get adjusted and play as much as I've been able to play as a freshman.
Yeah. What have you shown so far that you feel proud about, and what do you have to work on, you think, going forward?
I feel like everything in my game I have to work on, but I feel like I showed great being able to come out and be tough.
Did Jeremiah apologize to you? Or was that just what kind of bummer was it to have to bring him back?
Yeah, it was a bummer. But we made jokes about it and laughed past it.
What stood out to you about the first opportunities you've had to start and play on the road in the Big Ten? What was that experience been like, and do you like playing on the road?
Oh yeah, the energy on the road is very different than being just in the shoe. And I love it.
What was it like playing at the shoe for the first time for you?
Oh yeah, it was crazy. The energy was crazy. The fans going crazy. Yeah, it was very fun.
Well, for a freshman, it's not always the easiest transition. What is it that you maybe did in the offseason that made it seem like it's been pretty smooth?
You just gotta put your head down and trust in the process, trust the coaches, and just buy in and believe everything they say.
When did you feel that you could deliver? I mean, I know you walk in here, you think you could play something. When did you feel really good about what you could bring to this team immediately?
I wouldn't say it was an exact time, but when you get your shot, you just gotta take it.
What was that run though? Where you felt real comfortable out there? You know what I mean? Both thinking back, because obviously Texas game you didn't play. I mean, when was that moment when you kind of felt like, hey, I can do this?
Just throughout all spring ball, all fall camp. Just working as hard as I can and making as many plays as I can.
Do you feel like I don't want to put this in your mind, but we saw one, but it was a foul ball, home run was a foul ball last week. Do you feel like there's a home run coming?
Yeah, I feel like there's always home run potential.
Why?
I feel like I always got that potential to make big plays.
Coach Day was talking about kind of the injury you went through at the end of your high school career and then showing up here as an early enrollee. How big was that for you to show up, and have the opportunity in the spring to kind of get into the groove of things?
Oh yeah, the spring was big for me. Coming off that injury, that was my first time really playing football again. It was just me trying to gain my confidence back and get used to playing football. Actually.
What's it been like playing for Coach Locke?
Oh yeah, it's been great. Coach Locke, he cared a lot. Yeah, he's very intense, but I always had coaches like that. So.
So it's not often that a team has 4 running backs who share the load. 2 is what happened last year, even 3 sometimes. 4. How is that working out for you guys? Do you feel like that's good because it keeps you guys fresh, or is it kind of tough because you maybe hard to get in a rhythm?
No, Coach Locke always preaches be as one. So just playing as one, and I think it's really good for us.
Bo, when you were at BASJ, how many different ways did they like to use you?
Oh yeah, they use me in a couple different ways. Line me up in the slot, at running back, wildcat a little bit. So yeah.
So when Coach Day talks about the versatility he looks for in running backs, how important do you think it was to be versatile in high school, and how easy of a transition was it when you got here?
Oh yeah, I think that's very important, being able to be in high school and then being able to catch the ball out the backfield and everything, and show how versatile I am, so they could be able to use me here.
What's your scouting report in baseball? What was this Bo Jackson baseball player like?
I say big hitter. I pitched, played center field, coast to coast on center field. So yeah.
You led the area in hitting. You led Cleveland area in hitting.
Yeah, I did.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, thank you.
Bo Jackson played a little bit of outfield. You ever watch this video?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
What stood out to you about him that you kind of incorporated, you think, in your own game?
His athleticism, man. The way he moved, it was just different.
What's Coach Locke gotten out of you most of all in the last couple of months?
Right.
Or anything else like pass pro? What has he really gotten out of you that maybe needed work done?
Oh, everything. Just becoming a better all around back with pass pro, reads, everything.
But what's your scouting report on Isaiah West?
Oh, Isaiah, he's super smooth, super quick, super explosive. Yeah.
What's the relationship like when there are 2 running backs in the same recruiting class and you have a chance? I mean, you're playing with this guy for a bunch of years out of Ohio State. What are you and Isaiah like together?
Oh yeah, Isaiah, we super close. That's literally like my brother. We be together all the time, watching film. Yeah.
Is that kind of nice, having that kind of relationship with the guy in your class?
Yeah.
At the same position?
Yeah, I feel like you gotta have that relationship with him.
Did that develop during recruiting or more once you guys got here in the summer?
Yeah, more once we got here in the spring.
Okay. Through the first 9 games of your college career, what's the most important lesson that you take it on the field?
Just do your job. Do your responsibilities and everything will work out.
And then as a young running back, when you have a touchdown taken off the board like that, how do you shape your mentality to be able to bounce back from a moment like that?
You just got to move on to the next play, act like it never happened. So, yeah.
Forgive me for not being familiar, but where did the Bo nickname start from?
It was this nickname that my mom and dad gave me since I was young. My dad was a big fan of him.
He was a fan of Bo Jackson, so Carter started calling him Bo.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you ever have to? Do you feel like having that nickname, you have to play up to that level, or do you feel any pressure about being compared to him? Is there like how does that sit with you?
No, I try to not put no pressure on myself about the name.
You heard from him?
Nah.
Really?
Nah.
I think you would by now. What's the thing about college football that you most had to adjust to, though? I mean, was it just the total physical style of it? I mean, to play as a freshman, it seems almost daunting in some respects. But what do you feel like you adjusted to most quickly about this game?
Yeah, obviously I had to adjust to the physical side, the guys being bigger, faster, and stronger than they were in high school, but also like the mental side, you gotta know your reads, know the plays, be inside the playbook.
How much has it
Last
help,
question.
you or Isaiah, Ryan Day's talked about how young, relatively speaking, this running back room is. Just how much does it help to have a guy like CJ who's played at the collegiate level for a while, knows and has seen a lot? Just how much do you guys lean on him?
Oh, we lean on him all the time. He's ever since we got here, he just became like a mentor for both of us.
All right, Bo. Thank you. Thanks, appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
2 questions.
We gotta get.
Eddrick, come on in.
Yep.
Folks, we have Eddrick Houston on the 20.
How y'all doing today? First, good. Everybody's good.
It's obviously probably not ideal the first 3 games to get perfect. Right? How did you handle that mentally? How much did that slow you down? And when did you feel like you are back on track?
Well, I feel like we definitely have people in this facility to help you through stuff like that, because it comes with the game, but at the same time, you don't expect it to be that early. But there are people in the facility that help me, such as all the trainers, Sean Barnhouse, Tyler Dean, Stewart, everybody that helped me get back to be able to play this season.
When did you feel healthy?
I felt healthy the Texas game to come back and play and help my team as much as I can. I just had to keep working to get better and better.
I'm not sure what you've gone through this season, but to be back on the field in the starting role last week, how good did that feel for you?
It felt good, but I felt as though we had one down last week, so I was going to step into that role and just do my best that I can with what I've been taught for the week.
When you talk to maybe good for you along the line that's allowed you to play better and better as you get.
I say extra work after practice, just on the things that I need to work on. There's plenty of things that people do well and people need to work on. So being able to take that time out of practice instead of going like straight home, just with different coaches, having that time out to just work on whatever I need to has helped me a lot. It's just like nothing specific. It's just like things that me and Coach Patricia and Coach Jay seen that I need to work on. Coach Patricia calls it 100 shots, so that's what we call it, and we just get those in after every practice, and they've helped me get better.
Is that a hard thing to do, like to have the dedication to put in the extra hours after practice like that?
No, once you get to this level, and especially if you want to go to the next level, you got to be willing to put in that time. So, Coach Patricia, Coach Jay, anybody in the facility will tell you, like, if you want to get to that next level, you got to be willing to put in the work. Or if you want to get on the field and like contribute, you got to put in the extra work after practice or whenever you can, or before practice with film and different stuff like that.
When we talked to Ryan about you, and this is for everybody, right? You talked about maturity being an important thing and maturing over the course of your career. How do you feel like, in what ways do you feel like you've matured over the course of these 2 seasons here?
Definitely making that jump, especially from defensive end to D tackle last year, and just being able to just take on that role, listen to the coaches, because that comes with a lot. That's a different animal inside. So being able to listen to the coaches and they be able to help me out with whatever I need really helped me through this process.
Speak on that animal. What is the different animal you have to
You gotta
channel, so to speak?
Yeah, you gotta think like defensive end. A lot of stuff is a lot different because in our scheme, our defensive end do a lot of different things than D tackles, and also like the play. Like I said last time, there's like that's 600 pounds that you got to deal with most of the times on double teams and stuff like that that you might not have to deal with at DN. But
So what animal are you thinking about when you're playing?
Coach Jay got in his room for us to think like King Kong mentality. That's our main thing. Mm-hmm. It's been great. Yeah, he's willing to help you regardless. If you have a question about the defense, his door is always open to walk in there and ask him questions. So like, and Coach Jay's catching on, and Coach Jay's amazing. I love Coach Jay and everything, and him and Coach Patricia together helped us just be able to capture this defense and take it on.
How difficult has it been to get to the consistency that the coaches are asking for everybody from you for you to get there?
Really hasn't been that hard. Just been able to. My main thing is to be coachable and let the coach whatever I need to like do right or fix, then I'll do it with no questions asked, because that's one thing that's going to get me better. These coaches have plenty of experience, way more than I do. So being able to have these type of coaches around me and to listen to is really great.
You seem like a nice fellow when we talk to you. Is there a switch you flip that you have to flip when you play down inside from a nasty get after it kind of dude?
Yeah.
Take no prisoners.
So we got this thing Coach Day calls the red line. So like everything from here on, that's football. So you got to flip that switch. You got to be a different dog out there, because like he always says, the game doesn't care about your feelings. So you got to kind of turn that switch and just you got to go. But like you also, when you go back across that red line, you got people to help you, like Coach Day, Sharon, your coaches, anybody to help you mentally if you don't want to like keep that switch on, because it's not always good to have a football mentality outside of the field.
What is that football mentality about? You talk about the team calm and stuff, but when you really have it going on and switched on, what are you all about?
My main thing that I've been talking about is that I don't want to be blocked.
Does it help you do your job having K-Mac next to you?
It's great. Not just K-Mac. You got to add in KJ, Kaden Curry, Tywan Malone, Will Smith Jr. There's a bunch of us that's fit into that world that's been able to help you, especially with just everybody doing their job. Then you got to think about the people behind me. You got Arvell Reeves, Sonny Styles, Jermaine Matthews, IGB, Caleb, and I got Jalen McClain, some great players that do their role in order for us to eat up front.
How special is it just to be a part of a defense like that? Second year in a row, you guys are leading.
It feels great. We all put in the work day in, day out, on and off the field to become what we are now. And we haven't earned nothing yet. That's the main thing we talk about in our meetings. We won a couple games, but we haven't got any hardware yet. And we just want to keep working each and every day to do our best and do our best for this team.
It looked like last year Ty and Tylee played their best in November, December, and January.
Mm-hmm.
How much did you guys learn from them in the midweek aspect of like how to make sure that you guys are well rested, but also playing really well and making sure that you're playing your best late in the season when you've played 15 games already?
I got you. Talik and Ty were very open to their routine, especially me coming in as a young guy and playing a little bit. I really wanted to know, like, what's the different steps in order to become great, because they're amazing players. Tyleek, first round, and Ty Hamilton's doing his thing. So I just want to know, what do they do? Like, what changed in their routine and different stuff like that, because once you get this wear and tear in your body after all these games, you want to know what to do to make your body like feel ready to play.
I feel like you guys have done a good job of that this year and making sure that you guys are ready for the next 6 or 7 games. You guys get that done?
Yeah, most definitely, especially with the help of Coach Mick. He's going to be on us about recovery and making sure that we get our lift in too. So we have individual strength coaches. D-line's Coach Kenny Parker, which is great. Helps us keep our routine, make sure we stay on it. He'll text you, call you, and make sure that you stay on that routine. So I appreciate him and just keeping us going.
Forgive me if you've been asked this already, but just how do you prepare for a quarterback like Nico with UCLA, just his running game, and do you feel like you guys, the line is faced the quarterback like already?
Yeah, Nico's I don't like to compare him to the Washington quarterback, because Nico and him has two different strengths and weaknesses. But you also got to think Nico's a great player. He takes hits, but he'll get back up and do his thing. So we just got to be aware of his feet, him on the ground and in the air, because he can hurt you both ways. So just being able to, can't really give out the game plan, but just being able to contain him is what we would do.
Does it help that y'all played him before? Does it help you've seen him before?
It does, but that was a year ago almost, and he's had an off season just like we did to get better and better. So we can't base him off where he was at Tennessee. We got to watch the film and collect data on him right now.
All right, Eddrick, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Did she actually?
Doesn't know. Sorry. Well, you might have been.
No, you know I wasn't.
All right, guys.
Hey, is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
No, because you understand the itch.
I've been got credit a lot last year. I figured we weren't.
I love.
Figured I'd never asked him.
Well, I appreciate you taking the
I didn't know. Okay, so